This, for example, is a remaster. This is the
Sokolov, please. What I do is I cough until my throat hurts.
It's the asthmatic way. Welcome back,
Fuck
everyone.
you.
How are you doing, Ollie? Are you ready to see some like amazing
Yeah, some
Dishonored
like
play?
stealth shit.
Because like this is the bit that I'm really proud of that I know. Because like it's a really sneaky way where you can just get up onto the rooftops and just own him. You don't have to go through his whole house.
Do you know when I think our relationship turned a corner?
Where?
When I made a joke about your dyslexia and you called me an asthmatic fuck and I wasn't offended.
I mean, when was that?
That was like 3 or 4 years ago now. But
I mean, it shows that we were, you know, adults about the whole thing.
like we were already very, very good friends and I would never have traded you for the world.
Oh.
But at that point, I was like, yeah, I can't get angry at him for like anything. Because like my asthma, I fucking hate me and like how my body doesn't do. Like
your body, your lungs don't breathe.
Like my eyes don't see. My teeth weren't straight and I had to have braces. They're lovely now. My teeth are great, but like they didn't used to be. And my lungs don't work and now I have back problems at 19. I just like hate the fact that my body doesn't run. But yeah, I was like, I'm really insecure about my asthma, even though it's like not a thing I can control.
See, it's a thing, right? Like Maddie is mildly asthmatic, like, and I do say that like she doesn't like people knowing about it, so I apologize to you, but like
Haha.
like it's so dumb because it's such a like stupid thing to be ashamed of. Like you can't control it, and it's not like
Yeah, but it just, you can't do things normal people can do without getting winded. Like I can't jog to the bus unless I have an inhaler, because like if I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna miss my bus, it's a choice between do I want to live or do I want to catch that bus?
Yeah.
Because if you get wheezy and you don't have an inhaler, it's pretty much just you for the rest of the day. Throw it. I want it to smash.
smash.
Yeah. So it's like, it's just embarrassing that like you can't do things. Ah, you could have got a free one. Why did you throw that vial?
Oh well.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm
I don't.
I'm gonna let this woman who's dying go.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
I'm gonna let her enjoy her last like day of life before she suffers from the plague.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, it's just like, it's not fun not being able to do things normal people can do.
Yeah. Well, like, I think Maddie's more ashamed of it because she doesn't want people seeing her, like, because she's actually, like, a physically fit, being.
Pierce.
She's like, you know, she's quite sporty and everything, so there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, it's not like she can, like, walk up the stairs and then desperately need the inhaler.
Yeah, but like, neither do I.
No, I know. I wasn't saying that like you did as well.
Oi, prick, you're making fun of my asthma. You wanna go?
But, I just was not looking at the screen there.
We stopped playing the game there for a minute.
I apologize, viewers. I'm just gonna loot his safe before I take him to the boat. But yeah, no, it's asthma. Asthma is a thing.
As is asthma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you gotta live with it.
Yeah, you
Maybe
do.
one day there'll be a pill.
Do you
that
know
gets rid of it.
what else you need to live with nowadays if you want to be a games fan, Oliver Spencer?
Sweet segue. What?
You know what? You know.
You know
Yeah.
what do you have to deal with?
This is not a pre-organized topic. We swear.
Nah.
No, it's because like I started giving us topics like last recording session and like not warning you about what it was, and I'd ask you a really difficult question about games and you'd be like, I'm trying to play Mirror's Edge.
It would be while I was playing Mirror's Edge and it'd be like, wow, this is a complex game to try and think during.
A complex.
Yes.
Sorry, it's just a fun way to say complex. Yeah, I say complex, you say
Twat.
complex.
I vary.
Very.
Like Christopher Walken.
Very. He died of dysentery.
He carried that watch in his ass.
5 years he wore this watch up his ass.
Anyway.
Fantastic
Yes?
actor.
What do we have to live with?
So yeah. Yeah.
We got time.
I was just checking we hadn't like burned the whole episode just talking about shit.
Which we do.
Yeah, so if you want to be a player of games
You're so good at this.
in the modern day, you've got to get your shit together when it comes to remasters of games. Like, you've got to be a fan of those. Because as a moviegoer once said, movies suck nowadays because all that are made are sequels and remakes. And it's like, we have interesting takes on this because I think we have kind of different different opinions when it comes to playing remasters of games. This, for example, is a remaster. This is the
Sokolov, please.
Oh, if he had fallen down, that would have been awkward. So yeah, this is a remaster. Like, I am very in favor of playing it because I love this game. And yeah, but you, on the other hand, are not a big fan of buying remasters.
Yeah, let me explain my reasoning. So I have no problem with remastered games. I think it's very nice that game developers would put extra time into remastering their games so it looks prettier, runs nicer. Sometimes they add on extra content, like you have your definitive edition, bone charms and stuff. But it's a problem for me that they still charge full price for them, because
That's ages away.
a lot of people will have bought the game the first time around. So on the PS...
So
Why is
casual.
being so sulky with you? He's like, no, I want to take you on the boat. Yeah, so like, a lot of people will have bought it on the first iteration of the game.
How is that low chaos? I killed everyone.
I mean, you did restart and it probably reset a lot of dead people.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, so I feel like there should be some kind of incentive for people who bought the game the first time around. So I would like it if, you know, it was able to read your profile, like your online profile, and see this person bought it for the PS3.
Yep.
Let's reduce the price for the PS4,
Yeah,
or let's
that would be
throw some
fantastic.
extra in.
Perfect world, that would be
Yeah.
the shit.
But like, you bought The Last of Us for full price as a remaster. You bought GTA, I think, as a full price remaster.
Yeah.
And you bought this.
I like
And-
30 quid.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not unreasonable because it is a full game. It's
Yep.
just unreasonable because you already have the full game on a different console.
It is,
And I
yeah.
don't fault you for doing that, because I know you loved those games and I have no problem with you wanting to replay them. I just personally, on principle, find it really offensive.
Yeah.
Like, myself having to pay for that stuff.
Oh, for sure. And I completely agree with you. Like, you know, paying for a game nowadays is hard enough as it is because gaming is very expensive leisure time.
Yeah.
You know, but if you are kind of like, you know, if you struggle to buy games every month and you want to, and you know, your favorite developer is asking you to buy the game again, it kind of comes down to you, I guess, because I take this, for example, take GTA. GTA, I played over the cusp of getting a PS3 and PS4. And this, I obviously was different because I played it on PS3. Then they announced that it was coming out, and I was like, well, then yeah, I would love to play this game again with like upscaled graphics.
Yeah.
You know, actually, one thing that really appeals to me with remasters, and I don't think I've mentioned this to you before, is that this controller is just like decades ahead.
Yeah, it's a fair point. It's way more
And
comfortable.
like playing this with this controller, playing GTA with this controller, doing anything with this controller, actually is just so much better. It just makes the whole experience so much better because I don't have to think, oh my god, I'm like running
Boot
around.
stealth.
I'm running around and I can't actually keep my thumb on the controller because
Yeah.
it's like sliding off. And you know, it's just a bunch of things like that. I'm just gonna buy this because
yeah,
boot
it's
stealth is a
really
thing.
helpful.
I don't need the pistol upgrade. But yeah, so the controller, that's another incentive for me. How many do I have? A 6?
Yeah,
I don't
you
need
have
that.
plenty.
I don't need that shit. Yeah. So yeah, that is one incentive for me. But with my favorite games, I don't mind. Again, I'm better with replayability than you are, so it maybe comes down to that as well.
True. Like, I've broken my rule on remastered games twice. One was for GTA, and that wasn't necessarily because oh, she's gonna talk over me. What a bitch.
I know, sorry.
She'd not understand that I'm talking right now. Hold on, I'm gonna wait for her to be done because I can't. Yeah, so GTA 5 I bought again, mainly because I could play it with you. That was the main factor.
I mean, with GTA Online, that's a kind of thing that you'll never be finished with, I guess.
Like,
so that's fair enough.
I'm
That's a
so
fair
happy,
enough
and the
thing.
fact that you could port over your character as well.
Oh yeah.
It meant that I wasn't even starting again. Like, I could go into online and play from the point I left off at PS3.
And that is one thing. If in GTA 6 or whatever the next thing that's coming out is, if they fucking come out with a new GTA Online where you cannot sync your character,
Yeah,
I will be furious.
it'd be a nightmare.
15 days on GTA
Yeah.
Online.
We've had so much fun with that, but that was, you know, the reason I was so happy to buy it again. And the other one I bought, which I'm not sure if we're going to play on the show or not. I'm not actually now sure if it's appropriate. But Resident Evil 5, I rebought as... I'm not even sure if it's a remaster or if it's just a re-release.
Yeah, it's kind of like a port over.
Yeah. But either way, Resident Evil 5 was some of my favorite co-op memories with my brother. And we like played that game to death. We played it on the easiest difficulty. We played it on veteran difficulty, which is the hardest one.
Yeah.
We played it through with like the most basic weapons. We've unlocked all the extra weapons, all the extra outfits.
Yeah.
He's got a platinum in that game, I think. Like, we played that game to death, and that was another one I was really happy to buy just because like I have such good memories with it. And it's been so long since we last played it, probably a few years at least, that it's kind of good to go back to it again. One other one I'm considering, I don't know if I'll get it when it comes out, is Skyrim. Because that was another one.
That was actually the one that sparked our whole debate.
Because at the time we were originally talking about it together, it was announced at E3 that they were doing a full remaster of Skyrim. And, yeah, it was such a good game for me. It was one of those ones where I put in upwards of 100 hours, and not even on just one playthrough. Like, I put in probably 100 hours on my first playthrough easily.
Yeah. Then
probably like 50 hours on a different playthrough, and you can play it in so many different ways.
Another thing that I said, I remember when we talked about it, was if there's a sequel coming out to that game and they choose to remaster it, then does that make it more acceptable?
I would go with no, because then they're expecting you to buy not only their remastered game, but also then their coming out game.
Yeah, but what if that game was like this? They are coming out with a sequel, but this wasn't, in recent memory.
Well, yeah, that's another thing as well, because... Dick? You could look at it another way. Excuse me. Because Nintendo re-released Red and Blue.
Yep.
And Yellow, I think they re-released as well. Which originally released in the 90s. So that was kind of as a way to build up hype for Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
But that was games released literally almost 20 years ago now. So I found that more acceptable as well because the price tag was ridiculously reduced. It was like $6.99 for a game. So you could buy all three of them for less than you would currently buy a DS game for. So like I kind of agreed with the way Nintendo did that. But I'm still at the point where like even if there's been a long time between release and re-release, it's still like you've spent the money on the game once already and you're probably going to spend money on the sequel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm kind of on the opposite end. Like I mean, with Skyrim, I never really got into Skyrim. Yeah, I know, that's like the best thing.
Bitch.
With Skyrim, I never really got into it. Because I'm not a fan of Bethesda's like Elder Scrolls kind of Fallout kind of games.
Yeah.
But I can totally understand that. Actually, no, you know what? With Skyrim, I mean, to be honest, yeah, fine. Okay, with Skyrim, they're not... Are they bringing out a sequel?
They probably will. They will probably release...
But, like, is it announced, I mean?
It's not announced?
Yeah.
I don't think.
See, like, with that, I don't really understand it. I guess if there's enough demand for it, and all the fans are saying, yeah, we want a remaster of Skyrim, then I guess it's good to deliver to them. If there's going to be a remaster, this is my rule, if there's going to be a remaster of a game, don't make it like the original $60 price, you know?
Yeah, but they absolutely will.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, with this, I got Dishonored Definitive Edition for 30 quid when it came out. And like that, I think is acceptable because it's like it's not like I'm paying like a full price for a game that, has already been made. I've already played it, but I'm glad to play it through again so many times,
To be fair, we haven't done the Boils Party yet.
Have we not?
No, that's next.
Oh.
Yeah, to be fair as well, I think for a game like Skyrim, they're probably making up for lost ground. Because not only did the original PS3 release have a lot of problems technically, and despite the fact that I was one of the people who experienced them, I kind of looked past it because it was really good fun when it worked. But they also kind of had to make up for lost ground because so many more people own a PS4 than probably owned a PS3, like new customers, I mean.
Right. Because
obviously every time a console cycle refreshes and a new console comes out, people make the choice between Xbox or PlayStation, and console wars, whatever. But that's the choice that gets made. This guy.
Yeah, I think we're kind of out of time just now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just about to finish what I'm saying.
No, on you go, man.
But yeah, like
we'll check out Piero as you talk.
Just just the fact that. I know it looks. Fuck's sake. Sorry, I got distracted.
Perv.
Yeah, just the fact that so many like new people will be coming to Skyrim because of the fact they chose PS4 over Xbox, or as well as Xbox. People will have come to it newly kind of expecting PlayStation games. Yeah. So there will be new customers for them, but yeah, I mean if you're on one side of the argument or the other, feel free to let us know in the comments what you think.
Please do.
We'll obviously respond, have a little convo.
Yeah.
Maybe speak about it in the next episode if we get enough responses.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, like, subscribe, do all that fun shiz.
Yeah.
And
thanks
tune in
very
next
much
time
for sticking with us, and tune in next time
for some Piero face.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.